have been so annoyed with my trading lately. Today, I traded Microsoft and Nvidia. Got kicked out of a lot of stuff. And then it ended up running, which is less than ideal. I entered on the 30s. Entered here. 3230. Obviously, it went up, came back down against, got out, small loss. Entered back here on the double inside 30, and it went up. Now, I need to get a little bit better about my stops, because this double inside 30 ended up being inside hour and up. I think I actually stopped out at a loss. Like I let a green trade go red, which is my own fault. I also was trading a lot on the fives, which was just a little bit more difficult. Yeah, I don't have much to say really. It's just lack of discipline overall. I think I also got in on like this five here and got kicked out. Got in on this five here and like it came against me, but not fully. What happened on the five, and this is honestly why I like trading the five is so much more difficult, right? So entry here. I'm just really not in the right, I'm not making the right move. So entry here, or did I? No, oh, it's a 122. Sorry. All right, 122. Right, goes up, it comes back down, and then this five, it flips red, and for some reason, I got out of it. So, not much to say. Just trading really funny lately. Got back in here. Really what this is saying is stop trading on the five. Got back in here and like held, and then like by this point I think I'm like break even, and I just like let it go against me, probably like 10%. It's not a lot, right? But it's just there's no reason to be taking losses. So that's very frustrating, and then of course for it to turn into another inside fiver up, and it finally does hit the target that you have set at ADR, is frustrating. But nothing was more frustrating than Nvidia. And really, this is again like a very strong lesson on. I want to say it's a lesson on trading higher time frames, but I don't even know if that is correct. So I'm trading weeklies, and I'm trading next week's. The issue with next week is like they just weren't moving at all. FOMC was happening today. I was trying to like at least stick to two tickers, like not get crazy. So this is like FOMC, like the middle of it. I think it's like what is it, 215, right? So I get in this 122, and it's fine. We reflip the week green. We have this nice little situation, and then this fiver alone just completely takes out that like I don't know 15% gain, and I get out at like a 5% loss, right? Which is less than ideal. So that happens, and then of course I get back in on a five because this makes sense. All right, maybe I shouldn't have gotten out, is what I'm thinking, because I don't know why I thought that, but I was, well, I'll rephrase. And it's just like, I don't know if I'm just not focused or really what's going on, but I guess I'm just having a really rough go. So, inside five, triggers up, all good. And like, I'm just holding it because there's really no reason to get out here, right? Like, this is all okay. And then when this five goes against, and let me take off the crosshairs, sorry, but I'm pretty much focused on the five. We can just do this. So I get in here, right? This is my entry. And then when this 5 comes against, this is my exit. At like a, I don't know, 10% gain, if that, really. It's what, 45 cents, something like that. So this is a baby gain. And at this point, I'm just like, all right, well, I'll just trade tomorrow, right? Because Nvidia is still an inside day at this point, right? See where my red exit line is? This is Nvidia's entire day. So at this point, I'm like, fine, like, screw it. I've lost money today. Less than ideal. It doesn't matter. And I see this 5 happen, but it's also at the end of the day. And so I'm like, we'll just get in tomorrow. It'll be an inside day. It'll be a perfect setup. But then, of course, it triggers and then shoots up. And I mean, like, shoots up. People mentioned that there was news for the semis or something like that. I mean, like, I didn't take big losses. It was just a bit frustrating. But a loss is a loss, you know? And so to be in this, and I paid like $110 per contract. I was in the 115s and the 120s for this week, right? I paid like let's say I paid like 115 per contract for the 115s, and then for the 120s I paid like 50 cents. This shoot up obviously put the 115s in the money, and it happened so quickly that like paying $1.15 or $115, it went up to about $360. And so like for me, I don't do well when I'm in the trade. I'm in the right trade all day. This was my mistake, right? Like, I don't know. It's just when I see 10%, I'm just not that excited. So I just didn't take my profit. But when you're in a trade all day, and I was very patient in the morning. I didn't even trade in the morning because it was FOMC day. I knew if there were a move, it would likely happen a little bit later. Waited for it, and so when I'm in a trade and I just miss it like that, it's very difficult for me to readjust. So like I just find that so frustrating. Yesterday was a similar situation, and maybe, you know, like trading on the 5 isn't the best thing to do, but on FOMC day, like I feel like I have to trade on a smaller time frame, right? Because like even if I'm looking at this, if I wait on the 30-60, I have this inside 30. Let's not make that red though. I have an inside 30. If I take this, you're not making that much money. And so like, yeah, you could just take it, I guess, at this first target, which is 40 cents, 47 cents, something like that. Like, I'm just not excited about that type of move. And there really wasn't another proper entry on the 30 today, right? You could argue that you could have taken this hour, but it happened so quickly, you wouldn't have really been able to get in, right? So you can see that this is the start of this 5-minute ramp up. And when I say like the price went from $115 to $360, it was just so quick. I mean, it was going up $20 a second. So you could try and argue that you could have taken this hour, but it just wouldn't have been possible to get in unless you kind of front loaded the contracts. And by front loaded, I mean like, let's say the contract costs $200 and you put $240 in order to get inside the trade. Yeah. So I don't know. Gonna have to figure out what my deal is, what the situation is, if it's just funny trading, if it's me, or what that is. And again, yesterday was also kind of a strange day for me to trade. So, yeah, this is my trade review on the day. Nvidia has a gap up here, which is not impossible to hit. And I know what Nvidia looks like on the month and all of that. Like I'm long Nvidia, like I'm bullish on it, but it's just been really hard for me to get in properly. And I was in the 115s on Monday as well. So, and I think I was in them yesterday. So it's just sort of like, maybe my entries aren't ideal. Oh, I know what happened yesterday. I got out at the end of the day yesterday because I was unsure about AMD's earnings, because this happened at the end of the day. I waited all day for Nvidia to do this move. Let me pull it up. Yesterday, which was also quite frustrating. Like, you have all of this all day, and the move happens at, what is that, 2 o'clock or 1:45. So this double inside 15 all the way up. Waited all day for that. It was like a 60% trade, which is, nothing to be disappointed about. But yeah, just in and out quite a bit. And I don't usually mind doing that with SPY. I don't like doing it with other tickers, and especially when it doesn't pay off or when it really goes after you've gotten out a couple of times. So that's that.